back on this air blend motor put back, which mine has not come in yet, by the way. I ordered it. I was kind of hoping that it would be in sooner, and it did not. It was supposed to be in the 2nd. Then I got an email the other day, said it wouldn't be into the 26th, and I can't wait that long. So what we're going to do is the dumb thing. We're going to put the old one back in. It turns over to hot, but won't come. If I put it on cold, it won't go back to hot. So I just moved it over to hot. So I'll leave it on hot because, I mean, hell, it's getting cold. That way I can put my truck back together, and then I guess when I get it back in, we'll go through all this over again. And I'll try to show y'all the best way, the steps I can to putting this back in, of course. Remember, this goes right in here on top of there, like that. And it sets in a little deal. When I get it bolted down and plugged back up, I'll come back and show y'all all it takes to put it back together, which, you know, same thing, take it apart, just reverse what we're doing here. Alright, I'll let y'all taters in a bit. To show these right here, you got one there, one over here, and one over there. 4 across the top. Try not to be a little smarter than I was. It's a 7mm to get them off, but while I was putting this one on, I dropped it down the vent. So guess what I get to do? Now I gotta take this damn thing back off, get in there and get that bolt. Put the bolt back in right there. Remember to hang on to your bolts. Don't drop them down the vent. You gotta take it back apart. But anyways, it's a 7mm. It gets the 4 across the top. Look at that. Gets those done. And don't forget the one right here. Right there. There's gonna be one right there. And you got 2 right here. They're a little bigger than the other one. See right there. So they'll go up in here. That locks the dash down from the bottom, and the corners over there. Same thing. One each side. I think it is a 10mm. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yes, it's a 10mm that will get the 2 bolts off the bottom. And pretty much everything else on the whole dash, even all these little bolts and all this down through here, is a 7mm. So you can use a, you know, nut driver like I did up here, you know. So, and doing this is pretty simple actually, just a little time consuming. But if you're going to use a ratchet up here, make sure you be careful when you ratcheting, you don't bust your windshield. All right, I'm gonna get back to it and get all this stuff put back together, and then I'll show you all where I'm at on getting the dash cluster back in. So, all right, I'll let y'all taters in a bit. Just quick oversight of what I was using. You know, you're gonna need a Phillips head, and this was a 15mm to get the 2 bolts that are up here to hold the steering column in. Like I said, this was a 10mm for the one right here, one on the other corner, and the one when you drop the steering column is right here. That is a 10. And then the 7mm are the 4 across the top, and all of you little screws right here to put all your plastic pieces back on. They're all 7mm for my truck. Anyways, I can't say that it's the same for everybody's, but I haven't changed nothing out, so this is all factory stuff. So, but that's where we're at. I got it back in there. I just got to put the finish up the gauge cluster and get all the pieces under the bottom, and then that should have it. Alright. Oh yeah, all right, taters, I'll holler at y'all in a bit. All put back together, and you see the gauge cluster in, all it back in, and we have heat. So yay, what we was chasing. I can't take it off of heat because for some reason, if I go, like I said before, if I go all the way to cold, don't come back. It's kind of crazy. But if I go halfway or whatever, I can move it. It just sticks right here, but it is what it is. I'll fix it when the part comes in. But alright, I hope y'all gives y'all a general idea on how to do it. Alright, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll holler at y'all taters later.